Hey guys, it's Michelle Pippin with WomenWhoWow.com and our official blog, MichellePippin.com, and this is another episode of Hashtags Mornings with Michelle, and I wanted to talk with you today about a trend that I see in business. I see it really, really clearly because I have been part of this trend for a long time, so it's easy for me to see because it's been part of my business story. Hey Debbie, and I want to talk really about the top reason, the number one reason I see that business owners who could be and should be making a whole lot more money, who could be and should be reaching their, biggest income goals, who could be and should be experiencing sort of like an empire and, leading tribes of their own and all of this, why I see them not doing it. And I've come to realize over, I guess maybe even just the past couple of months, that Women Who Wow is not for the typical regular business owner. In other words, if you're okay being a success sort of locally in your area and kind of paying your own bills and, just letting it end there, you will still get benefit out of Women Who Wow, but you won't maybe feel like you belong, right? And so our members are always wanting to experience the fullness of what their business could do for them and what it can do for others. And so, people who are business owners, a business owner might be somebody who's in the same business like today, and then 3 years later you talk with them and they might have a new location, but they're still in the same business. And that's why Women Who Wow was created, for seriously driven women entrepreneurs, because we're always recreating, we're always in creation mode. And so anyway, that kind of hit me in the past couple of months. I'm like, well, it's really for people who aren't satisfied just kind of playing at a local level and paying their own bills. They really want something more. And paying your own bills is a great start, right? I think that's a reasonable place to start. You certainly don't want to think you can skip over that. You want to, be able to be profitably self-employed first, and then start, of course, moving on and reaching your bigger goals. So today, the top reason that I see people not seeing the huge jumps in income and also in impact and influence that they could be seeing, that I feel like I look at in on them and I think they should be seeing, is something I can see really clearly because, like I said, I have done it myself. But essentially, it's when you are approaching your business like you approached your boss as an employee, right? It's when you are showing up for work and you're checking off your to-do list. When you're showing up for work and trying to please people, trying to just complete your task list each and every day, right? Essentially, when you're doing this, you are in maintenance mode, right? You're maintaining your current status quo. And when I say you, I'm obviously, I see this so clearly because I lived there for so long. And I also think that I battle against it still, right? We create something that's so precious to us and we want to maintain it, right? And so there's a little bit of a natural tension, I think, between our heart of the creator and the need to also maintain what we've created. And so when I see this, I see people who can't figure out why they're in feast or famine mode. They can't figure out why they could have such big goals and see them so clearly and be really excited about reaching them, and find themselves kind of always stuck in the same situation. And the truth is, here's the way it sort of works. You might be selling something, you sell a service or a package or whatever. So you sell it, you get paid, you pay your bills, and then you deliver backwards, right? It's sort of no wonder why feast or famine is such a huge phrase that we accept in the world of being an entrepreneur, because we're maintaining, we sell and then we deliver backwards. We sell and we deliver backwards. So it's almost like we're always looking towards the future with one eye on what we still owe, into the past. And in that role, we're maintaining, we're not creating. We are, occupying our land, but we're not taking any new land, right? And so this is where things get messed up and where we can kind of feel stuck in terms of income and impact and influence. And I want to look at my notes really quickly. So if you look at how you are spending your time, and this is really the challenge for today, and I've offered it in several different ways, but I want to challenge you to look at your time. And even just if you say, I'm not trying to say like go around with a book and write down how you're spending every 15 minutes, although I do think that's a useful exercise. That's not what I'm asking for today. How about just look at maybe what you scheduled into your calendar last week, what you have scheduled into your calendar maybe today. And look at that and think, how much of that is maintaining my status quo, my current reality? And how much is actually taking new ground and moving me towards the goals that I say that I'm committed to, right? And a lot of times when you do that, when I've done that, I've looked backwards and I've seen, well, you know what? Like, I didn't take any new ground last week, and I didn't schedule any time to take any new ground. It was like maintenance week. And we only have 52 weeks a year. We can't afford that many maintenance weeks, or we'll end up the end of every year, maybe 10% better, maybe 15% better, maybe breaking even year to year, not taking any new ground. So here's the challenge. I want you to look backwards, and I want you to say, look at last week's schedule, the week before schedule, look at today's schedule, and see what your balance is. How much of your time is taking new ground, messaging for new clients, reaching out to the media, being featured, being interviewed, being published somewhere, speaking on someone else's stage? Are you showing up every single day, messaging to your tribe? Because what happens is you will, they'll hear you, right? Like a dog whistle, only dogs will hear a dog whistle, right? You need to show up and be speaking to your target market, your perfect clients, so that when they find you, they know, right? They have found their person, and vice versa, of course. But I want you to look at that. How much time are you spending maintaining, fulfilling a task list, doing what you should, checking off a list, and how much time are you being the creator that you were born to be and taking new ground, right? Now, here is the challenge part 2. I want you to start scheduling in your advance time, right? Where you're advancing your initiatives and your goals. I want you to schedule it in. Preferably schedule it in before anything else. If you are a Women Who Wow member, you know what my morning schedule is, right? My morning schedule typically ends right around this time. And I've done my Bible time, I've done my journaling, I have, done my work that really feeds sort of my soul. And then I message, I write the Entrepreneurial Espresso served up hot and fresh for members every day. I write a blog post message that ends up either on Facebook or on my website or both. I plan for this live stream, which kicks off every day at 10 a.m. And I also exercise, get my kids off for school. There's a lot that goes into my mornings. And the truth is, it's my most important work, right? Because it's my advanced work. It's the work that advances my brand and my message and allows me to connect with more people who will benefit from my brand and my message, right? And so if you are not seeing the huge leaps in income that you could be seeing, if you are not ending every year and saying, I can't believe how much I achieved, right? If you're ending every year like in this mediocre 10% better than last year, 25% better than last year, there's a lot of entrepreneurs who would kill for that, right? But that's not probably what you were aiming for. And so if you are missing your big goals, I don't want you to fall back and say, I set my goals too high. I want you to say, well, how much time did I really dedicate not to maintaining the clients I had, not to maintaining the members I had, not to maintaining my current reality, but actually building the stage that I needed to build to reach for the goals that I set. So I hope this helps you guys. I am open to any questions that you have. I love you for joining me live. I love you for watching me later. But join me here every morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. And I'll be here for another episode of Mornings with Michelle. If you have a topic you'd like me to cover, certainly put it in the comments below and I'll be sure to tackle it. And if you have any private questions, just PM me here on Facebook and I'll talk with you soon. Bye.